Good afternoon, QA engineers and those who are planning to become one soon. Today in this video, I'm going to show you a part of the very first webinar for the future QA engineers that I have just hosted for 18 people for the group 19. And by the way, I got inspired by them. I got inspired by those people from all over the world, from Cuba, from Sri Lanka, from United States, from Ukraine, from all over the world who are on fire to change their life. And even in 2024, you can still get an offer. There are a lot of people who are saying, hey, there are no job offers. There are a lot of people actually calling me after going through different boot camps and saying, hey, I cannot get an offer. I do not get any calls. It is true that not every single person, even in our bootcamp, gets the job. Not every single person even applies for the job. But the thing is, if you're doing everything right, if you're learning on your mistakes, it's impossible for you not to get a job. It's just a question of time. Your English might be weak, you need to improve it. Your technical skills might be weak, you need to improve it. Your soft skills might be weak, you need to improve them. In order to do that, you need to start working on your skills, but that's a completely different story. Today's topic is the QA automation course, so you guys will see it in a second. But let me first introduce myself and tell you who is this guy right here. My name is Sergey Kromchenko. I am a software QA engineer, lead manager, and a senior engineering manager of SDAT in the past. But today, I'm fully dedicating myself to education and to mentoring people. I've been doing it for 6 years. I have graduated hundreds, probably more than 1,000 people already to a QA field. Our students worked in the Microsoft, in the Facebook, Amazon, Google, Tesla, pretty much variety of the large companies and a lot of startups that still exist in this world. But either way, today I'll show you guys the webinar so you would know what you need to know and how will the first webinar will look like if you'll sign up for our course or for probably any course in the world, because majority of the time during the first webinar you will see very similar topics. But before you guys do that, if you are enjoying this video so far, make sure to hit that like button below, subscribe to our channel, and also join our Instagram and a Telegram communities, links to which you will also find right below this video with other useful information. Let's get started. Great, now let's talk about a QA automation career course. So first of all, let me quickly discuss or explain to you what are we covering today. Number 1, meet our team. Number 2, course topics. And number 3, ideal weekly sprint schedule. Then how to get the most out of this course. Difference between good and top QA engineers or students. Qualities of a good engineer. And finally, rules. All right, let's kick it off with the Codemify automation team. So first of all, you're gonna see Alex answering majority of your questions and checking your homework in the questions channel and in the Slack generally. He's a senior SDAT expert who has more than 12 years of experience working with different languages and frameworks. Then you're gonna see Farah or Farouk, who is the lead QA engineer in a solar panel companies or solar energy company. He has been our student and you can see him on YouTube. If you have seen other videos, he used to work as a truck driver before he became a QA engineer and a QA lead. And myself, Sergey Kromchenko, or ex-senior manager of SDAT in the past, but these days I'm fully dedicated to helping people like you to become a QA engineer or to change your career. Awesome, next, course topics. So first of all, we're gonna start with the terminal, Git, and a GitHub. Basics of Bash and GitHub. During that, you're gonna learn how to work with the terminal, how to run different commands, how to navigate through the computer in terminal. This will be helpful for your future QA automation job, as you will need to do that when you will be working in majority of the companies. And Git in the GitHub, you can compare it with the Google Drive, but this time we're going to use code instead of the images. We're going to upload code to our GitHub, and then we're gonna share it with our coworkers, not our friends. Interview preparation, that's one of the probably most enjoyable and favorite parts of all of the students. That's where we will help you to prepare for interview on a weekly basis, and you will get up to 7 interview sessions per week. Imagine this. If you want to get better prepared for an interview, this place is definitely the best one for you, because you will get interviewed by your mates, you'll get interviewed by me, you'll get interviewed by the professional HR that works with us. HTML and CSS. or basics of web programming. You need to know that when you're working as a QA automation engineer, because number one, you're gonna have to see selectors. Number two, you need to better understand how do those errors appear on a page so you could show better materials or better descriptions for the developers whenever you file a bug report. JS, engine of web programming plus algorithms. You need to learn it because it's used in the browser, and a lot of times you will see errors happening on the front end, so you could differentiate them from the back end. And also, you can pull information from the browser by using JS. And mainly, when you go for an interview for the SDAT or QA automation in your position, you will get asked algorithm questions a lot of times, and you will have to solve algorithms live. But I will also do weekly algorithm challenges live with you guys during the course, so you could be better prepared whenever you are going through the actual round of interview, whenever you're going to be looking for a job. While you guys are enjoying this video, I wanted to quickly remind you to hit the like button below, subscribe to our channel. But also, if you guys are interested in changing your career and becoming a QA engineer, I'm going to leave a link right below this video where you can schedule a completely free consultation with me where I can answer all of your questions. Awesome, let's continue. UI automation, browser-based automation testing. So we're gonna learn Cypress throughout the course. So you're gonna become solid with Cypress, which is very popular test automation framework, probably one of the most popular ones in the world. After we finish the course, when you are really good with one framework, I'm going to give you advanced videos of multiple frameworks, which would include Playwright, Access, and WebDriver IO. So you guys could have multiple UI automation tools, and not only UI, but also API automation tools behind your belt. And when you learn one test automation tool, it's much easier to learn others. That's why we don't teach you all in parallel, because your brain will explode. I want you guys to learn one thing, and then you will learn quite more test automation frameworks. So backend automation testing or API automation testing, that'll also be done with the Cypress and Access and on the course, and also Playwright. So you will become really solid. And you will do API automation for actual startup during the course. You're going to be interning in a US-based startup starting from day one. And will you do all of that? I mean, you will do all of that with actual US-based startups. So whenever you go for an interview, you will talk about your actual experience. You don't have to lie that you work somewhere. You will talk about your experience that you had in a company during the course. Cloud technologies, you will work with the CI/CD or GitHub Actions, and I will explain to you, and you will be touching AWS as the cloud computing service. So you would also have that on your resume. It can easily explain your experience working for the startup and utilizing that technology. Solo project, not project, but project. Shame on me. Either way, you'll create complete test automation solution, and not one. You will do it for about 10 weeks on a weekly basis. For the actual 14 weeks of education, at least at this moment. When you're watching this video, the link might have already changed, but for now it is 14 weeks as of today. You will create multiple projects, and that will help you to get used to setting test automation frameworks from scratch whenever you go for an interview, because when you do, you will have to know all of this. And creating project from scratch will show how advanced you are in a test automation. Next, an ideal weekly sprint schedule. I want you guys to know that this might change from group to group, but as for now, for the group that started yesterday, here's the following schedule. Monday, you will get a Slack and notification sent in announcements channel saying, hey, the week has started, the new sprint has started, the tickets are already in Jira, they're already assigned to you. So pretty much your tasks are already in Jira, and you can start working on them. And then we're gonna have a webinar, do probably 7 p.m. PST, maybe 6 p.m. It depends on a group. We change it from group to group because sometimes we run few in parallel. Tuesday, you test your NQA tickets, which are coming from the startup we're interning in. So that is going to be also manual testing during test automation course. Why do we do that? Because we want every single one of you guys to have experience working for a US-based startup. And while you are learning basics of automation, while you're not writing the code, you're not required if you already have your QA job or have done manual testing and you don't need that. But you can do the tickets for the startup we're working with. You can join sprint plannings, actual live sprint plannings with the not only with the mentors, but with actual developers and sometimes even with the CEO of the company. Second of all, work on your Jira tasks and new materials. Third of all, read TechCrunch. I do want you guys to get a good habit of reading TechCrunch every single day. At the beginning, you might see some new words. Actually, you're going to see a lot of new words. But with the time, you will get used to those. And whenever you will know what's going on in the tech world, and whenever you go for an interview, you will be able to speak the same language with the people who are interviewing you. So this is an advantage. So please make sure to get a good habit of reading TechCrunch on a daily basis. Wednesday, continue tickets work and learn new materials. Thursday, finish your tickets if possible, get the feedback from mentors, ask for more, and the webinar on Thursday. So we do have 3 webinars. It's changing from group to group, but for the group number 19 that started yesterday, we're gonna have Monday, Thursday, and Saturday webinars, 3 webinars per week. Friday, finish your tasks, check if others need help. Read TechCrunch.com. I do ask you guys, I actually encourage you to help your mates. It's not because I don't want to do anything or I don't want our mentors to do the job. Whenever you are teaching someone, you actually learn much more. When I became a mentor, I have doubled or tripled the amount of knowledge I had. Just FYI. Saturday, morning webinar, as we always do. Then, what do? Relax? Research? This will differentiate you from others, guys. Same on Sunday. Research QA topics, collaborate with mates, read TechCrunch. You can spend your time with the family and friends, and it's awesome. You have to do it sometime. But when you want to change your life, when you want to get a job while the market is slow or there's a recession like right now, the things can change and get better or worse anytime. But what you can do from your side, you can dedicate yourself. You can dedicate a few months of your life to change your career for the better. And this is my recommendation. If you are looking for a job, if you are planning to change your life, and if you want to be better than majority of the graduates from other schools, dedicate your several months of your life. Try to be as efficient as possible. I know it's hard. I know you will boil your brains, but it is possible, as other people did it actually yesterday. How to get the most out of the course? Let's start from the bottom. Doing homework is the least thing you can do to get out most of this course. Second of all, you can ask questions. I highly recommend you guys to ask questions as much as possible. You definitely do have to do your own research. You have to research the topics you're going to ask questions about. But not asking questions, simply doing the homework and thinking that you understood everything, this is not the best way to proceed. If you are unsure of something, if you see the ticket that has been written by our manager or our mentor and you do not understand it, you need to ask questions. When you get the job, you will still need to ask clarifications. And I want you guys to get to that mood right now. Do your own research. That's the mid-level. You guys are doing great if you're doing everything we give you, but I want you to watch the videos. I know I'm a great teacher. I've been doing it for 6 years, but not everyone learns in the same way. Some of you guys might like someone, I don't know, from a YouTube better than me, and that's completely fine. I do want you to research the topics that I give you. You learn all of the materials. If you have time, if you have capacity, do your own research, watch the videos, take some, I don't know, extra courses like Udemy, etc. Feel free to do so. I am not sharing everything that exists in the world with you in this course, but I'm giving you enough to get a job. But some of you will have extra capacity. Some of you will have previous knowledge. Some of you will have ability to learn more, and I'm fully open and encouraging you not only ask questions myself, but also to do your own research. Do extra practice during the homework. So we have multiple levels of the homework. First one is always required. If you're done early, let's say you're done on Thursday, we still have 3 days. We still have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you can ask for extra. We have a second level and a third level of homework, which we give only to those who finish homework early. So if you do so, make sure to get your extra homework so you could get to the next level. It is not required, but it is preferred if you have capacity for it. Collaborate with your mates. Guys, This is the most important. When I was going through the course myself 10 years ago, I would bring every single classmate to the Starbucks and I would discuss every single topic of the course. I would ask, hey, what is a test suite compared to the test case? What is the difference between a use case and a test case? And that have made a difference. That's why I was one of the first people from the group who got the job offer. And that's why I am mentoring people right now, because I do know how to learn and I do know how to explain how to learn things. All right, let's move forward. Good student versus the top student. On the right side, you see what good students would do. On the left side, you see what top students would do. You do homework at the end of the sprint, at the end of the week. That's what good student would do. That's fine. But the top students, they would get the homework done ASAP, within a day, 2, 3, 4, but not to wait until the end of the week. And those people who I'm describing as the top are those who usually get the job before they even finish the course. Like from the last group during 2024, one girl got a job offer 2 weeks before the end of the course. The course goes for 14 weeks. So within 12 weeks, she had enough time to learn things and get the job. So you can do that, but you have to be the top student. Always ask on Slack versus rarely ask. Slack is a communication system that we use for communication. If you guys are able to install Slack on your phone, if you're able to use it, take a look at the questions channel, see what people are asking about while you're at the job, while you're going to a restroom, instead of using Instagram, instead of using Facebook, go to Slack. Try to get your mind to the mood or to the habit of getting your mind relaxed from the job and using it, or getting into Slack and getting into educational mood instead of the Instagram. Research and bring ideas versus homework is enough. That's the huge difference. Top students always research and bring ideas. I'm fully open to it. I have 10 years of experience. I know a lot. But I cannot know everything, and you guys can learn new things and you can share them with me. I'll be more than glad to help you to understand them with all of my experience. Webinars only or on calls with mates every day. Once upon a time, during the group number 6, I believe, we had 2 students who would jump on the calls on a daily basis. One of them would have a good English, another one would be strong at programming. They both did help each other, and I have hired both of them when I was working as the manager. Think about it and remember it, because this is a good example of what jumping on the calls or collaborating with your mates could help you with. And then the next but not the least, qualities of a good engineer. Not to be an asshole is the very first one. Yo guys, don't be an asshole. Treat others the way you want to be treated. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care how much money you make or where you're coming from. It doesn't really matter. As long as you're human, you can treat other people as the human. So, as my mom told me, treat others the way you want to be treated. You're going to be a good employee, you're going to be a good engineer, team member, lead, and a manager and a director in the future, just FYI. Googling. Googling will always be a part of engineer's job. You cannot become a doctor by Googling, but you can definitely become a QA engineer by Googling. No trust. QA or SDATs, we're the last line of defense. We cannot trust developers and others. We need to see the requirements. Always ask for requirements. Always make sure you know what you're talking about. Next one is actually related to it. No assumptions. You cannot assume something will work. You need to be sure, as you are a QA engineer. You are an engineer, and you need to know exactly what is happening. If someone gives you a vague question, or you see a vague ticket to be tested, ask for clarifications. Do not proceed until you fully understand it. Curiosity. Be curious how the world operates. Keep asking targeted questions. And when I said targeted questions, don't just say, hey, I don't understand it. How does it work? Research it on your own. And then when you don't understand some error message or you're stuck, say, hey, I have done this, and that, and I'm stuck at this step, and I'm seeing this error message. Can you please help me or can you please explain what does that mean? When you do it that way, number one, your classmates and mentors will respect you. Number two, your teammates during the job will respect you. If you just ask questions and don't do your research and you don't attach error messages, screenshots, people will be like, hey, why is he or she are even asking questions without doing research? People will disrespect you and will not answer questions ever again. Communication. I was not born in the US. My English is not excellent. I do make grammatic mistakes, or even now, maybe I should have said grammar mistakes. That is completely fine, but what you can do to improve your English, you can speak slowly if needed. When I speak slowly, I have enough time to build up a next sentence in my mind. You guys should do as well. So even if you were born in the US, but you need time to think about professional language, about what words to use, about vocabulary, just speak slowly. That is completely fine. You don't have to be fast. Persistence, the ability and desire to work hard to reach your goals. Anything can be done, just give me the task. This is an attitude that I want you guys to be in. This is who I am. I can do anything. I just need to have a goal. I can research it. Even if I don't know, I can find people who know the answer. If I cannot research, I will find a person who did it in the past. I want you guys to get in the same mood and be achievers. Discipline. You pay for the course. You pay to change your life. I'll do my best to get you a job. But I won't be able to do it without you following the guidance and doing your best from your side. You are the main character, the main hero in this movie, not me. I'm here to assist you, so make sure to do your best. And the most important, guys, you will be lost. You will not understand the tickets. And this is a part of the course. You will need to ask targeted questions and clarify information because you will always have to do it at work. Professional communication is the key to success. Guys, whenever you go through the course, there will be times when things will be challenging. It is a new career. It is something completely new to you. Don't expect to just go easy through the course. If you go through the course and you had no challenges, it was easy. If people gave you tasks, they show you how to do things and they give you to do the same thing, you will copy, paste. You will not learn. The way we teach is first, we show you how to do, then you do it, then we give you the next tasks where you have a mixed target, where you have a mixed task with the knowledge that you've learned in the past, maybe from knowledge you've learned this week and knowledge you've learned a month ago, and you will have to do it. But during the course, we're going to give you extra tasks to research. We're going to give you the things that you have not learned, but we'll give you a link to research them and read the documentation. And at the end of the course, we will give you homework of the topics you did not learn, and we will not even give you a link. You will have to search for it in Google. You will have to find and read documentation. You will have to do it. This is how we make you to become a successful engineer in the future and not get stuck simply with the copy pasting the way, I don't know, probably most courses teach, because I did go through the course and I do know how it works in others. And mainly, guys, and the last one, support. We are all human. You need to respect and help each other. We're a family in this course. Every single student of ours can talk to other student. Every single student of ours can talk to the mentor, to myself. And I want you guys to help each other the way I help you, the way I motivate you, and the way I teach you. Questions. Number one, if you ever have a question, you first Google it because you need to do research on your own. Then you Google it again or use ChatGPT. Third of all, you ask teammates and leads, or you simply ask in a question channel. This is not because I want you guys to find questions on your own and I just want to chill. This is if you will get used to Googling, if you will get used to finding answer on your own. Number one, you will remember the answers. You will not be like, oh, here's what mentor told me. I just copy pasted, it works, awesome. I'll proceed with the next homework. No, that's very inefficient way. You need to research it on your own. And then the more time you spend, I know this will sound very weird to you, but the more time you spend and don't find an answer until you find an answer, for the longer you will remember the material. We're here for you. We're always available. If you just need an answer, if you're tired, feel free to ask question in question channel. If you have capacity and you want to research it, you research it. We are encouraging that. No DMs or no direct messages. Questions Slack channel is where all questions go. I encourage you guys to ask all of the technical questions related to the startup experience and homework in the question channel in the Slack. If you have something personal, if you have something that you do not think others should see, you can ask me. But otherwise, when you ask in a question channel, you give a chance to other students to learn from your questions, and this is amazing. You can learn from others, and others can learn from you. And finally, don't forget to pay for the skills, guys. Great, you have watched a partial first webinar of the Codemify QA Automation Engineer course of our bootcamp. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you do have any questions, or if you would like to leave an honest feedback based on everything that you have just seen, I would encourage you to do it right below this video. And also, as always, you gotta hit that like button and subscribe to our channel and join our Instagram and Telegram communities. If you are enjoying this video, if you are enjoying this fella, and if you would like to stay up to date with all of our following content. Now, don't forget to get hydrated, get some workout, and I'll see you next time.